This is a story with many facets.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the Jody and Scott Show.
Yeah, let's do this. It's the Jody and Scott Show. You can always find us at jodyandscottshow.com. And you should subscribe on iTunes or on Stitcher, or any of those places where you can subscribe to podcasts. You can find us there. And on Twitter, too. Twitter, that's always a good place to get in touch with us.
Actually, Jody, just Google us. Just Google us. It's the easiest way to find us. Wow, dude. I'm looking at the show. You know, we won that Emmy a couple weeks ago. I feel like this show is almost too good tonight to win an award for, because it's like higher shit. You know what I mean? It's good.
You would think that, like, you know, as wonderful and amazing as this show is, that maybe like
unbelievable.
Some more people would listen to it. You know, like if you listen to this show, we never really ask for much, but I'm thinking, like, tell a friend or something. Like, tell somebody else to listen to it, right? Like,
that's right.
You know, we can only do
broadcasting live.
We can only do so much here to grow this thing.
If you can hear that crappy EDM music in the background, you'll know that I'm broadcasting live on the top of Orlando at a rooftop bar. People are excited to have me here. They're looking at me right now like I'm deranged. I mean, that happens normally in my life, but tonight it's even weirder. You know what I mean?
What song is that? I can hear what is that?
Ellie Goulding.
Ellie Goulding. I don't think I'm familiar.
Ellie Goulding, not Ellie Goulding.
Oh.
What's wrong with you? Get with it. You're not a millennial.
I'm not. I'm like, I guess technically, like, I'm right there, right? Like, I was born in 1980.
Dude, we're right on the edge. And I don't know, what are we? Are we even like Gen Xers? Are we just in the middle of like a sinkhole?
Right.
What are we?
We are nothing. We're like the in-betweeners, you know? Like what is it in that, you know, the scary show with the kids? What the hell is that show called?
Goosebumps.
No, the one that
was just on
HBO. What the hell is the name of that show?
Stranger Things, and it was on Netflix. See, you're not a millennial. You don't even know what channel Stranger Things is on. You
I just assume it's on cable. So maybe I am a Gen Xer if I don't realize that Stranger Things is on Netflix, huh?
I'm in Generation Sinkhole.
We're like the in-betweeners or the upside downers. Is that what it's called? The upside down?
Like I don't know. Jody, big announcement tonight. Rebecca Black of Friday fame is joining us. 100 million views on her song Friday on YouTube. This is big. It is very, very big.
It is big. You know, this girl caught a lot of heat back in 2011.
Originally, yes.
And you know, and she's kind of pulled off something rather interesting, and that's that she has turned into.
She's making money doing music, dude. I mean, that's what you want to do, Jody, when you strum your guitar all high, you know?
When I'm sitting there strumming the guitar and poorly singing songs, I sit there and think, man, I wish I could
I wish I was Rebecca Black.
I would love to be Rebecca Black.
Maybe do a Monday song or something.
Think she'll do a Monday song?
Tonight, of course. We'll talk to her about that later when she's on. Vice Pres debate. I think I'm skipping this one. I was up till 6 in the morning watching WikiLeaks. So I got screwed by that troll. Okay?
I cannot believe that you got suckered by this Alex Jones bullshit with Julian Assange. Look, the thing is,
these conspiracies are interesting, dude.
If you pay attention,
9/11 was an inside job.
Anybody that really pays attention realizes that Julian Assange is an attention-seeking hack. He's worthless, and the conservative media, people like Alex Jones and all these conservative
bloggers. You gotta be way right, though. I mean, I'm talking like in the sinkhole. That's how far right you gotta be.
They are so desperate for this to be real that they'll believe anything. They're so desperate for it to be real that they will call in their staffs at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning, like Alex Jones, and get completely duped by this Julian Assange guy.
Assange said he had big news on Hillary that might end her campaign. So they got all these conspiracy assholes into the studio. Okay. They did a countdown show for 3 hours, and then guess what? He didn't have shit. Assange basically said, "I would never release news like this at this time. What are you, crazy?"
We have a clip of Alex Jones once he realized what was going on.
He looks kind of like Kevin James.
God Almighty.
Oh. Poor guy.
He's very upset, this guy. This was going to make his day, or make his life, really.
Oh.
Folks, we gotta get good people to stand up against these people.
Yeah, sorry.
Now, Jody, really quickly, before we get into politics stuff, that guy's a whack job. That was my first experience with him last night. We were talking about this the other day, Jody. Public bathrooms. speaking of shit.
God
Public
almighty.
bathrooms, dude.
Public.
You know-
Yeah, sorry, Scott. You're trying to move on, and I'm like so
Yes,
enamored
I've
by
had
the
enough
sound
of
of this guy singing. Okay, yeah.
Jody, we were talking about this the other day. If you raw dog a toilet in a public bathroom, do you not put the toilet paper down or that condom thing? What do? You say you basically raw dog any toilet you see, you know?
No, all right, look, I will desperately avoid, like dirty gas station toilets. If the toilet's clean, if it's in a place where the toilet doesn't look disgusting, I'll raw dog the toilet without any problem. If it's in a place...
Like a fine dining restaurant.
Right. If it's in a place like
Not like a JCPenney.
like one of those middle of nowhere Exxons where you have to go in and get the key and it's attached to a
Yeah.
lead pipe
Oh,
and, you
yeah,
have to, and
baby.
you have to walk it around back and open the door.
Britney Spears went in there barefoot.
and like one of those bathrooms.
Okay, well, there's 6 things you shouldn't do in a public bathroom, Jody. Raw dogging that toilet's probably one of them. But
All
the
right.
number one thing, never skip the whole washing hands thing.
No, you should
Because
never
you
do
don't
that.
know what you're touching. You don't know
Yeah.
if you're touching blood or semen. I've changed the word "cum" to semen.
Why-
Which I think it's much nicer.
That is a much better word. I appreciate that. Why?
Yes,
but
yeah, 'cause
why
I know
is
you
this,
didn't like that word.
Why is this what you're jumping into right now? Is this sort of like?
Because I thought you were worried about your bathroom technique. Because you were raw dogging toilets all over the USA.
I thought you were using this as some sort of like entree into like another topic or something. That's just all you had to say was that I should
No,
wash
I wanted
my
to tell
hands
people
when
how
using
you
filthy
dump.
bathrooms.
Yeah, that's right. Or never go in a stall with a friend. I mean, I guess if you're doing blow. But other than that, you know?
Oh, we got the breaking news guy coming in.
This is
Come-
early for breaking.
Coming in hot. We've got Hurricane Matthew. What is it? Hurricane Michael?
Oh,
What-
Matt. No, it's Matthew. I call him
Hurricane
McConaughey.
Matthew.
and-
Of course we're Florida guys. I'm down in South Florida. You're in Central Florida.
That's right.
And it's been a
People are
very
losing their minds here, Jody. They sold out of water at Walmart already. This is weird.
It's been a long time. It's been like 10 years, maybe over 10 years since Florida has had to deal with a direct hit from a hurricane. We don't even know it's going to happen this time, but it might. And people are freaking out, man.
Well, they're not really freaking out. What they're doing is they get really horny around here.
Oh,
People get horny because they think they're going to miss work.
Yep.
They get horny because they're going to get drunk for like 3 days.
There's a
People
weird-
really enjoy hurricanes
There's
around here. They love them.
There's a weird thing that goes on when a hurricane is bearing down on the state, and that's like a lot of people pretend to not
be
want it to
scared,
happen.
right.
They pretend to be like, oh, well, I don't want this hurricane. When deep down inside, every single person is
They
rooting.
want the state to blow away. you
Is
know?
rooting for this thing to come to screw up life for a little while. Because you know what? If a hurricane comes, our boring trudgery of every day gets
You have
shaken
no
up a
life.
little bit.
Your
That's
no
right.
life turns into a life.
That's right. The power goes out. There's no law. The roads are messed up. The
There's a
traffic
cow-
lights are out. You know what?
There's a cow flying around.
That's right. And you know what? Your boring life that where everything is the same every goddamn day is now a little bit fucking different. And that's why everybody secretly wants these hurricanes to hit. The problem with this one is it's a serious hurricane.
It's a big boy.
And if
it's a fat boy.
Yeah,
it's a
and
fat
it-
boy storm.
and I'm down in South Florida. You're in Central Florida. It's been a decade. There are tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people that have never dealt with this before in any way. And I mean, Scott, you and I went through a major Central Florida hurricane together.
we did. We were drunk the whole time, but yeah.
After Hurricane Charlie, we went out at like 3 a.m. and witnessed utter and absolute
Power lines down.
Right, like sparking, like we witnessed devastation. We were in a place that we should not have been before police, before fire, before everybody got to the scene, and it was a terrifying disaster in Central Florida. And
Now, Jody, they say this thing's going to hit this weekend, and I'm going to ask you. You're a father now. You're
Yep.
you have a one on the way, one in
Yep.
the oven.
Yep.
Okay.
Pregnant
now,
wife,
I'm thinking,
4-year-old kid.
I'm a single ding dong head. I'm thinking you got the shelter, you got the water, you got the dry food. You're set to go because you have 2 kids and you have to take care of them. So you've definitely gone to Walmart and taken care of that, right, Jody? As a father.
this is what I was thinking about this afternoon.
I'm sure you have plenty of weed. Come on.
When I was on Amazon this afternoon looking at dry food because I realized we don't have anything
dry.
to eat in the house. I have
Water
like
with that
maybe
dry
a
food.
day's worth of bottled water, maybe if I'm lucky. and
That's
we are
sick, dude. You got kids.
we are not prepared for. You know what our plan is here? Like literally, our plan is if things,
roll the dice.
No, if things get bad, if the power goes out, if it looks like things are going to be sort of messed up for an extended period of time, we're packing up and we're going to Orlando, and we're going to go stay in a hotel in Orlando. That's what we're doing. Like
so it's supposed to hit you worse than us here in Central Florida?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, if it comes down hard, it's going to come down harder here than it
I got a
does
guest room. You can stay with me with little Dylan. I'll get you a blow-up match. That's what you did for me.
Oh, that's good.
Nice
I'm good.
You.
I'm okay.
So what's the current?
I'm sorry.
What do we got, Jody? You minored in meteorology, didn't you? Meteorology?
No, I didn't. I don't know. By the time anybody listens to this, it'll have already happened. So, whatever.
Is that true?
Probably.
Do you ever call your beautiful wife, Jamie, bitchy?
Like to her face? Like
yes. Now that'd be a bad husband.
No, and I don't because I don't think she's bitchy. Like, I mean, look, there have been times when she's acting bitchy, and I would not ever say that word to her face because she would eat me alive. You know what I mean?
Well, girls don't like being called drama queens or hormonal. Those are the top three.
Oh, bitchy.
So you can't be called. Yeah.
Oh, I've done hormonal before. I've dropped that one.
Oh God, that's number one. That's a number one thing you can't say to your wife. You can't describe her as that, dude. She'll lose it on your ass. Okay?
She did. It was. I mean,
yes.
it was.
I'm glad you're still in a relationship after that.
It was not pretty when I told her to stop being so hormonal. Oh, dude.
That's ugly.
It was, you would have thought that I basically insulted everything that she exists for, everything she represents, her family, her culture, her background, her work. I mean, it was like I had said the worst thing that I possibly could have said.
Well, that's what it says right here. It's the number one thing you can't describe your significant other as.
I believe it. I'll believe it. I'll never do it again. I learned a very, very tough lesson that day. Very tough lesson.
I've learned that Trump Grill is actually pretty good. Have you heard about this?
What's Trump Grill?
It's in the Trump building in New York City, and I wanted to know, will I get my mouth watered there? Because I'm thinking about voting for Trump now because I don't know who else to vote for, and I'm thinking if he's running a good grill.
Do you do this Trump thing where you openly flirt with voting for Donald Trump?
With Trump.
Do you do that
big-breasted man?
Do you do that specifically to upset me, or is it something you do because it's really the way you feel? Like, I'm really curious.
I'm a very logical human being, Joe.
No, you're not. You're not logical.
You know that well.
Anyway. It's not true.
So I figure if you have good Yelp reviews, you might make for a great president. So let's read this one right here. Here's Tracy from Long Island. Horrible food that has some odd orange color to it. The dishes are Mexican dishes, yet they don't serve any Mexican food.
Is this the one? Is this the place that the taco salad came from?
I love that picture. See, that's a happy man.
Is this the same place?
Special that day. Yeah, they don't have taco salad every day. That because it was a Mexican special because it was Independence Day that way.
All right. I got you.
So that was a horrible review, but there's a good one right here. It's by D. Is among the best in the world.
You broke up. You broke up for a second there. What was it? What was it now? What was the number two?
D-Tump.
Okay,
D-Tump. That's another Yelp review.
Okay.
The food here is among the best in the world. Okay, the portions are huge and the quality is phenomenal. Plus, what could be better than enjoying a meal in the house of Donald J. Trump?
Yeah, that sounds like that sounds like a legitimate review.
That guy's excited about the food there. So you know what? I'm still 50-50 on Trump. The Yelp means everything to me. You know what I mean? I'm a Yelper.
Did you happen to hear about the Penn State creepy clown riots that were going? This is not the creepy clown music.
There's
that I was
more.
looking for. Hold on.
There's more creepy crap going on at Penn State. I thought they were done with that, dude.
Was this because this? Did you hear about the riot that happened? Did you hear about this?
What happened with that?
Okay, so at Penn State, this happened last night, actually. This would happen Monday night. This happened October 3rd. A massive riot started by social media began as mobs of students engaged in clown hunting. The groups of students reported to be minimally in the hundreds. There are videos of this all over social media. It's hilarious. Roamed around the Pennsylvania campus until early in the morning of October 4th as clowns were supposedly spotted at Penn State. Here's some of the audio that you can
actually. That's a new hobby that jobless people do. They dress up as clowns and run around. I like that.
I feel like we need to
Fuck that clown! Fuck that clown!
Fuck the clowns.
Hey, watch your mouth. This is a G rating.
Like,
up on your ass.
It's fine.
Scott, the video I'm watching is of, it looks like, like how Penn State riots when they win a basketball game? Like, that's what this looks like. It's like thousands of kids, of college kids, rioting in the streets, not setting things on fire, but like
nothing to do with Sandusky. I thought that was a thing.
They're like pretending to clown hunt, and it's hilarious. This is what we need to promote this podcast. Like I'm at the top of the show, like ask people, share the podcast with your friends.
Yeah, you say that good. You're good.
What we need really is a clown going around town and with like an MP3 player and asking people
and sharing
to listen
our show
and sharing the show. So like they
That's
would
a good marketing tool,
right? So we would have a clown that walks around and introduces himself and then plays the show for people, or maybe just plays it on a speaker and walks around playing the show on a speaker while walking around town. Is there somebody we could convince to do this?
I don't know, Jody. Well, you know what? It's not going to be you, Jody, because you're constantly going on vacation, and that must be nice. It's a very relaxing life.
I like vacations.
But I did want to check in. Arnold, estranged kid, is finally in his life. The one that he banged the Mexican maid with. They're together now. They're happy.
This is kind of a nice story, right? Because
it's a beautiful story. We like beautiful stories on this show.
Because not long ago it was revealed that he had this estranged son that he had with a former housekeeper or something like that.
Housekeeping, yeah.
And now it looks like he has a relationship with her, with him.
They went on a beautiful vacation, didn't they? I think we have some audio of that vacation. It looks fun. That sounds relaxing, dude. I wish they would have invited me to this thing. I could fit right in.
It sounds like a weird clip from like the Epcot Food and Wine Festival or something.
I wonder if they're getting hookers together out there. You think? Because he's having a beer. The kid's only 19. He's letting them drink.
Arnold doesn't seem like a big hooker guy to me.
When did your dad give you your first beer? Because Arnold's feeding his kid beer at 19. Do you remember when you had that first delicious sip of beer with your dad?
It wasn't
make you drink a whole 24-pack. Because sometimes the parents do that technique.
It wasn't even beer. It was scotch. It was the first drink of my. It was
apparently it works because all you drink is Michelob Ultra.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So yeah.
How old was I? 20, 19 or 20 when I had the first alcoholic beverage with my dad. I think
Scotch is gross. You really got to have the taste buds for that.
Scotch is not that bad actually. It's kind of an acquired taste. If you like a person,
it's like poison. I can't drink that.
All right, whatever.
Now, did you hear about this is the biggest pickup line right now, Jody.
Okay.
I know you're out of the game. I'm in the game still, so I like to have good pickup lines. This came from a girl, a college sophomore that found this book from her childhood, and one of the little taglines in the book was, "I wish they teach us more about Vikings." Have you heard about this? Mm-hmm. This pickup line is sweeping the nation and getting people laid everywhere.
So what you're saying is that obviously I'm married, so I would never do this. But
you're not horny anymore.
But if there was a girl that caught my fancy, I would walk up to her and strike up a conversation about Vikings.
No, what you say is this: I wish they'd teach us more about Vikings. Because think about it, Jody. We had so many boring classes in high school and college, but we never really went deep into the world of Vikings, and that's actually an interesting thought, and people are getting banged from it now.
And with that, I'd like to introduce our guest, Scott. Do you mind? Do you have much further you want to go with this Viking thing?
That's Vikings. No, it's a good pickup line.
Are you ready to pack it up and put it away? Because we have an international superstar on the line.
She is an international superstar. That's right.
And I'm very excited about this. Of course, March 2011. I think everybody remembers where they were the moment they first heard Friday, right? I mean, I know exactly where I was. Scott knows exactly where he was.
Jody, I still play it when I DJ at clubs. I play it and everybody sings along. It's great.
My wife still sings it a cappella every single Friday morning to me.
I love that.
And of course, who we're talking about is Rebecca Black, and she's on the phone with us right now. Rebecca Black, welcome to the Jody and Scott Show. How are you, girl?
Hi! Wow, what What an intro.
Well, it's true. His wife is singing your song every morning. I'm sure Jody's loving that, too. I mean, it's a good song.
It's, well, here's the thing.
Thank you.
Rebecca, welcome to the show. We thank you very much for joining us. We were really excited about it because, look, I know that you caught a lot of flack for this song early in the early days, but then you've obviously turned that into something very positive and something really, really great, and I think that's really impressive because it doesn't happen very often.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
What got you into music, Rebecca? Did you start coming up with ideas for hooks of songs? Did somebody come to you and say, hey, you're a good-looking girl, let's put you in music? Or was it just, what happened? From really the first thing I could remember, I was always doing something performance-wise. When I was 3 years old, I think about then, my mom put me in dance, and I happened to love it, and I stuck with it. And from then on, I started doing acting classes. I got into singing, took vocal lessons, and was in different performance groups. I did musical theater. I did all of it. And I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. When Friday came about, it wasn't like I got this genius idea for a song and had to write about it. I actually was in musical theater, and one of my friends had done this sort of thing over the summer where she had a song written for her and made a music video, and it was great. She was just as passionate about the whole thing as I was, and I wanted it for experience. I planned on applying to Juilliard, applying to NYU, and doing that whole thing, and I thought I would be on Broadway or something like that by the time I was in my 20s. And she's done so much. Jody, she's only 19. She's already done all this stuff. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Makes me feel so unaccomplished.
Oh, it's been...
You've done nothing.
I've done nothing.
Sad. We're not even millennials. We're right on the cusp.
Crazy.
Well, all right. So Rebecca, obviously, so what was when did you realize, and we're going to get to your new song here really soon because it's actually really impressive and really cool. But again, I don't want to focus just on the Friday thing. But when did you realize that this was exploding into something that was bigger than you could have possibly imagined? Walk me through
give us a moment.
Walk me through when you realized that something crazy was happening. What was going on?
It's hard because that entire year, really, from then on, was like a blur. And it took me taking time to just think and be like, wow, this was my life. This is what happened. And this is how I'm going to move forward. I think it was actually coincidentally on a Friday when I was on my way home from school. And I got some sort of an email because I at first I didn't even know that the video would go online. But it did. And then, and so about a month after it went online was when it started to blow up. I think it was posted on Daniel Tosh's blog, Tosh.0.
Okay. Yep.
And I got a comment of someone just being like, hey, this is where it was posted. Something, I don't even remember what it was. But anyways, from then on, it just picked up. It went from having I think a couple of thousand of views from a month to 10,000, and then the next morning 200, and then by the end of the weekend 1 million, and by the end of the month 100 million. Wow. Which is crazy. And I mean, now it's been re-uploaded and it just actually hit 100 million views again, which is great. It's amazing. But
it really is incredible. And I gotta say, do you want to play a little bit of the new song? Because there's a big difference between, in fact,
I got a couple more questions for her, Jody.
Okay, but let's listen to a little bit of the song and then you can ask your questions, Scott. All right, settle down. All right, so first of all, let's take it really quick, just in case anybody's been living under a rock, because Rebecca, we do have one friend that said he had never heard this song before, had never heard of you, and we think he's trolling us, but we're not sure.
Yes.
So in case you've never heard,
believe him, Rebecca.
In case you've never heard the original song, this is Friday, right?
7 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs, gotta have my bowl, gotta have cereal, seeing everything the time.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard this song, stop listening to the show right now because you're not with it, okay?
Well,
you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You're a ding-dong head. Where have you been? In a rock?
Right.
Why?
Scott, what's funny is that my wife, when she was Rebecca's age, when she was 16, 17, 18, was in a girl pop singing group.
Oh, I thought she was in the circus as a clown.
Right,
no?
and it was a similar kind of deal, right? They hooked up with a producer that made songs that were, okay. A couple of them were fine. A couple of them were really bad. And, and if...
Come on, Jody, be honest. They sucked.
It's just funny because she did this exact same thing at a different time. And if, and this exact same thing could have happened to her had it been 10 years later. You know what I mean? Like, because, you don't, as a 17-year-old girl, you don't have any creative control over what you're recording and what you're doing. You're just having a good time and recording a song. But now,
exactly.
But now this leads to her new song, which is called "The Great Divide," and is actually really, really great. And here it is Rebecca Black's new tune.
Jody actually cried when he heard this.
I didn't cry.
For him.
It's not true.
Oh my gosh!
It's not true, Rebecca. I
He
didn't.
did. He's a very emotional man. He's losing his hair. That's probably why.
Well, the Great Divide on top of my head.
His receding hairline.
You go where the wind blows, destroying everyone in your path. I'm done feeding your ego, forgetting everything that we had. Funny how history ends in an instant. How something so close can end up so distant.
This, Jody.
I'm telling you, the difference between Friday and this is extraordinary because, I mean,
there's actual less auto-tune in this. I can tell, Rebecca, you've really worked on your voice. It sounds amazing right now. Wow, dude.
Thank you.
So, yes.
I really appreciate that.
So are you seeing, are you getting a lot of positive reaction from this? Because, I mean, obviously Friday, it was not exactly a showcase of extraordinary singing ability. And this, I mean, you sound really great. So congratulations. I think it's awesome that you're sticking in there. And not only the new song, but you're also building an extremely popular YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, well, thank you, first of all. And yeah, it's been crazy. I was so nervous to put the song out because really ever since I did Friday, I went on a mission because, I mean, I never intended to have that song be what it was. Sure. Friday,
Rebecca,
again, was never supposed to be like
100 million views. You hear me?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 100 million views.
100 million views. Like, who else has 100 million views?
You got nothing. Yeah, you got nothing to defend.
Yeah,
it's
true.
Yeah, it's 100 million views. God, I would strangle a puppy for 100 million.
It's 100 million hairs. He's losing.
I wouldn't really strangle a puppy. I'd go pretty far for 100 million.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when I was so young, I just had no idea what to do.
Sure.
Like I had to figure out a plan B. So that plan B was, all right, I'm going to make this work for myself, but I need to figure out who I am.
And
I know, but when you're 13 and the entire world tells you that you need to stop your dream, it's not okay.
It's the toughest.
And you have to figure it out from there.
It was absolutely, and 13 is the absolute toughest age that could have possibly happened too. Like there isn't a single age in a kid's life where having this happen would be more difficult to deal with.
Now, Rebecca,
I appreciate you acknowledging.
You had your song covered by Jimmy Fallon and Stephen Colbert.
It was awesome.
Did you know that was going to happen? Were you shocked when you saw it? They have to ask for permission for that. I'm just curious.
To be honest, since I didn't write the song, I had no idea when anyone was covering it or so I kept seeing these things pop up and I was like, oh my God. Katy Perry did it, Nick Jonas did it, Justin Bieber, all of these people when I was 13, of course, my gods at the time.
Right.
Especially and then I had Jimmy Fallon and Stephen Colbert do it.
That was wild.
And that cover ended up oh my
Taylor
God,
Hicks.
crazy.
Hey, don't forget about Taylor Hicks, the Soul Patrol. Right there.
Yeah, don't
he
forget
was in
about
there.
Everyone always forgets about Taylor.
He went gray at 13, that poor guy.
It's not cool. How dare you, Rebecca?
I was a huge American Idol buff, so I love him. But anyways,
you were on the Soul Patrol, weren't you?
Were you a Soul Patroller?
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure you could call myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, I tell you what, Rebecca, we really appreciate you taking the time to check in with us. I think it's one of our things that we try to catch up with big YouTubers, and it's cool. You've become a big time music YouTuber now. We're proud of you, girl. Good job.
Rebecca, will you let
Thank
me
you.
rap on the
Thank
Sunday
you.
song? I was thinking Sunday Fun Day song.
I like that. Sunday Fun Day.
If
Why
it ever
not?
happens.
Okay, yeah,
If it
see,
ever
Jody?
happens.
Oh,
I don't know if
I'm gonna
it
get
will,
100
but
million
maybe.
views.
Oh, yeah. Oh, some one of us has to.
So actually, Rebecca, you're making a statement right now. You're retiring from songs that have to do with days. Are you going to make that statement right now? That was it.
I mean, listen, I always said I would never make a Saturday song, and I did that. So even though I'm
Never say
Say there's a
I
chance.
don't
Never say
think
never.
it'll ever happen.
Never say
Never say never.
There's always a big
Exactly.
but.
Rebecca Black, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate
You're awesome.
it. Later on,
Thank
Rebecca.
you so much.
Have a great night.
Yeah, and she's also like really hot these days. I didn't want to.
She is. But Jody, she's 19 and you're allowed to say that now.
19. That's what I mean. Like I am
Even
allowed.
19 is like,
Am I
we're not
allowed
even
to-
millennials. We're right on the sinkhole level. You know, we're
Yeah,
not
I
even
have a
Gen
kid.
X.
I have a kid. I should call her pretty, right? She's very
Yeah, she's
pretty.
a pretty
Very
girl.
pretty girl
And I mean,
these days.
and good for her. 100 freaking million views. You believe that?
That's cool. How do you keep booking these big guests? I don't understand
I don't
how
know.
you do it.
By the way,
Hold on.
Jody,
What do
I
you
know
got?
you're-
What do you got? Mike's jumping in here. What's up, Mike?
She's way too young looking for you to say that
Yeah.
she's hot. For that,
Wow, dude, that's creepy.
So pretty. Do I have to say pretty? Is that what I have to say? Is that less
Wow,
creepy?
dude.
She's so pretty. I would strangle a puppy. Have
Chris
another
Hansen might have to
conversation
talk to you.
about
No. Jody, hey, that was a compliment. I'm sure she would have taken it as a compliment. All right? Don't worry about it too much. Now, have you heard of Piggyboom? Breaking news.
What's Piggyboom?
Breaking
Piggyboom?
news. Piggyboom.
Piggyboom.
Now, Jody, you were a big part of the Farmville craze. You would ask me to go on there. You'd
Not
invite
true.
me.
That's not true.
Annoying as hell.
I've never played Farmville in my life. It's not
Very
true.
annoying.
It's not true.
But now the new Farmville is.
I'll go on there and
Get out of here, Mike.
The new
I'll go
Farmville
on there and
is.
start strangling pigs. Start strangling
Yeah,
pigs and goats and dogs.
Yeah, you were an annoying Farmville guy. Now, Piggyboom is the new Farmville. Farmville went bye-bye. What you do, you gather all the pigs together, and then you can take selfies with cartoon pigs and then invite other friends. Something you might get into, right?
Oh, so
Right?
hold on. So what is this? So you gather
Piggyboom.
pigs. So you gather the pigs, and then you take selfies with the pigs.
Once you get a certain amount of piggies in the boom, you get to take a whole picture with all the pigs surrounding you, and then you send them to all your friends. You get a lot of likes on that because it's cute. Tell me Piggyboom isn't cute. Tell me that, damn it.
Piggyboom.
Now, Jody, you're out of the field. We've talked about this earlier with the pickup lines. You're out of the game. I'm still in it. And I have a new technique that's working out very well for me. You want to hear this? This is big.
Are we going back to the pickup lines? Like asking
No,
girls
this
if
is a
they
different
want to
technique.
learn about Viking? Hey, girl, want to go to the library and read about
Jody,
Vikings with me?
If you ever get single again, this can be tough to do for you, but what you do is
single
you
ever
surround
again.
yourself with ugly friends. Now, I'm an average-looking guy, not the best, not the worst.
Yeah.
You got to find some ugly
Very
guys.
average.
You stand out in the ugly crew, and you're the bangable one.
Isn't this what girls have been doing for decades? Like, aren't you
Right, but
just
guys
basically-
are starting to do it now. Before, guys didn't care. They didn't really look
They
at the
still don't.
attractiveness
No, it's only
of their
you.
friends.
Like guys still
Yes.
don't. This is only you
No, this
that
is
we're talking
a
about.
study.
Don't speak. No. Don't you speak for all of us. You.
Princeton did this.
You cannot speak for all men. You can't do it. You can't even change a tire. So I don't want to hear it.
Now, we're going back. We haven't done this feature in a while, Jody. It's
What
called
feature?
The Big Dilemma. So give me my millionaire music. It's The Big Dilemma. This is big news. Over the weekend, Lindsay Lohan cut off half of her finger in a boating accident.
She
Did you hear about
lost.
that?
Yeah, like I saw the video of it. She posted a video. Like usually I don't pay a whole lot of attention to it, but she like literally lost half a finger in a boat
Jody.
docking accident.
Now, this is in your single days. This is not now you're married. You're a very good husband. In your single days, would you receive a fingerless hand job from Lindsay Lohan? I'm going to give you a second to think about that.
Yes. Especially when I was
Take a
single,
minute
she
to
was.
think about
when I was
that.
hot, she was. When I was single, she was hot. Okay, look. Here's the thing, right?
I'm talking
Like,
about the Haggard Lohan, the one now.
Oh, the Haggard one.
Yeah, Haggard Low. Lilo. Yeah, think about that. It's
That's
not
different.
easy, man.
That's
Very haggard woman.
okay. Yeah, I'd still do it if I was single. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a little weird. Maybe a kinky thing.
But here's the thing, Scott. This is the thing. Like I think you have more of an issue with a woman's hands.
I'm a kinker
than I do, right? Like if I feel like if a girl
they have Vienna sausage fingers, I'm not into that.
Let's just say
about the toe thumb thing. I'm big off that. Toe thumbs. Megan Fox has one of those.
Okay, try to pay attention for just a second here, okay? So
go ahead.
Let's say that you're at a bar or something. There's a hard 9, right? Extremely attractive.
Dude, that's good.
Like,
that's rare.
Yeah. She's not even wasted. She's a little buzzed. She's smart. She's funny. But she is
a funny 9. That doesn't exist.
Right. It's like a unicorn. But
right.
she's missing
unicorn.
But she's missing her pinky finger. Half her ring finger is gone, and half of her thumb is gone. Okay,
well,
on her right hand. On her right hand.
Well, give me my music. Where's the music?
So she's got sort of like a weird crab claw, right hand.
Sweet heavenly
okay.
God.
All right. But other than that, everything about her is like Victoria's Secret model quality. Okay.
Wow, Jody, this is tough.
Because I think for most men this is easy. It's an instant
this is like the
yes.
SATs.
It's an instant yes for most men, but I know for you it's different because you have a hand thing.
The SATs right now. Here's what I'm going to do. I brag about this to all my friends. I am now an Amazon Prime member. What I do is I go on Amazon Prime and look for a rubber finger.
So you so you brag to your friends about being an Amazon Prime member?
That's right. It's very reliable. Instant gratification, and you don't have to leave the house.
Okay.
I would go on Amazon Prime, find a rubber finger. Maybe even like if it's a rubber chicken, and cut it out and like wrap it around me with a little duct tape, and then I'd allow her to deliver a delicious hand job right there.
But you would have to wear the prosthetic finger in order to do it?
So I'm wrapping a little duct tape on there.
But I'm thinking she wouldn't. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't think she would go for that, Scott. If you have a hard
wrap a rubber chicken on there.
If you have a hard 9 that's also funny and nice, and you ask her to wear a prosthetic finger just to give you a hand job, I feel like she's not going to appreciate that gesture.
First of all, she's not going to look at me unless I'm surrounded by ugly men. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to have a chance with that. Jody, we missed a guest.
What do you mean
today?
We missed a guest today?
Kim Kardashian's former bodyguard, Sultry Steve. I tried to book him because Kim got gagged.
Okay, because I saw the email you forwarded me. I saw the email you forwarded me from this guy's manager. So first of all, I didn't realize this. His name is Sultry Steve?
Well, that's his nickname. I did a little digging on this guy because I thought we were going to interview him. That's his nickname.
Okay.
Sultry Steve, yes.
What's the deal with Sultry Steve asking for $1,500
for the interview
to do a podcast interview? What the hell is that?
Well, he's was not the even former bodyguard of Kim Kardashian. He has dirt, dude. We got to dig the dirt.
What's the deal with this Kardashian robbery thing? Like I haven't read.
Well, I can tell you what it is.
I mean, look, because I'm going to level with you here. I don't know anything about it. I know that she got robbed. I know a lot of people are talking about it, but I don't have any idea what the deal is. So she is it a big fake thing or is it real or what the hell is going on?
She was overseas, I believe in England, and I know because I have her on Snapchat. Okay. I know what she does, okay? She's constantly telling people where she is, what hotel she's staying in, because she gets it for free, so it's like a plug, like a radio plug. It's the same type of thing. Yeah. So she's telling these robbers with this $4.5 million ring on what hotel she's staying in. And she gets robbed. Okay. Wow, dude. Is that a huge surprise? I mean, come on.
So that's what it is? So did she get robbed in her hotel room? Is that how it went down?
She got gagged.
Wow.
And tied up. That's kind of hot.
That happened to my dad in New York one time. He was in a hotel room.
He got gagged?
Yeah. He had 2 guys bust into the hotel room, steal his watch and his cash, tie him up and gag him in the bathroom, pistol whip him, knock a couple teeth out and left.
What?
Yeah. Happened to my dad. They
didn't put on a gimp mask or anything, did they?
No gimp mask, but they roughed him up pretty good. It was like it was pretty bad. I guess so. So it's a real thing. So this actually did happen.
Yeah, I did some digging. Kanye quit his show halfway through. It would be a good way to.
How did Kanye find out this happened in the middle of a show? Did somebody get on somebody gets on his monitor in his ear and is like, "Hey, your wife just got robbed"? Like what the?
No, you can see a dude jump on stage and tell him, and he goes, I got a family emergency, got to go." So that was.
Wow.
That was it with Kanye. So yeah, Kim Kardashian probably will stop telling people where she's staying and showing off $4.5 million ring.
Scott, we've got some really sad news about a very, very popular eating establishment. Some of our friends consider it one of their absolute favorites, and
Don't break my heart, Jody.
Yeah, Scott.
You're gonna break my heart or my fart. What are you gonna break?
Today, it's really. I don't know if I can get through this. So today,
It's gonna be tough. You all right, man? Hang in there, man.
Okay. So today, Sweet Tomatoes, the parent company of Sweet Tomatoes, announced.
Is that Jones in the background?
Yeah, he's really upset
He's
about
actually
this, too.
fat, so he probably is.
He's probably never seen the interior of a Sweet Tomatoes in his entire life. This is a salad bar we're talking about. The parent company
doesn't like
announced
lettuce.
that they are going bankrupt,
for him.
and that some locations of Sweet Tomatoes will be closing in the very near future.
That's a beautiful place, Jody. What's your go-to plate at Sweet Tomatoes? Do you have one?
I just make a salad, lettuce,
A lot
and
of ranch.
vegetables, and a little bit of dressing. No, I like the creamy garlic dressing.
One of our buddies is a ranch connoisseur.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he really
Just
is.
dumps a bucket of ranch on everything.
I watched a guy.
Where are the men in this world? What the
Alex,
hell
shut up.
have we
Shut up.
become?
Stop. I watched a guy at a salad bar the other day. And this is the damnedest thing I've ever seen. And maybe he walks up. He's like an
it
old
all
guy.
bacon bits?
Looked a little bit demented. He walks up. He's got his salad.
Realize it's Sweet Tomatoes.
He takes the ladle. He takes the ladle of ranch and he dumps on one ladle. And I'm watching him, and he goes for the second, and I'm like, okay, second ladle, that's a lot, but, whatever. Some people like ranch. Then he goes back for the third. And then he goes for a fourth. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And then he goes for a fifth. And then the ranch dressing starts leaking off the sides of the plate. And he doesn't care. And he keeps going.
Ranch wonderful.
He adds a 6 or a seventh scoop, and it's just pouring everywhere. And then
When does it end?
And then he stops and he starts walking to his table, and there's just ranch dressing pouring off this guy's plate all the way to his table. I couldn't understand what the hell was going on.
Jody, did he do that thing where he had to lick one of his fingers because it got on there on the way back there?
I don't know if he realized. He was so old. He was like 75 or something. I don't know if he realized what the hell he was doing, but it was
Cemented ranch guy. Yeah,
but it was
sad.
pretty-
I got to twist it, dude.
Are
And
we
by the
gonna
way,
do that?
before we get into this,
Okay.
do not make fun of this one because it's very real, and I don't want to. I'm a journalist. You understand?
Yeah, right. Okay, so what do you got for us? This
Oh, we didn't get to people banging in a car. Have you banged in a car?
Yes.
Did you lose your virginity in a car?
No.
Sometimes you got to hide to bang.
No. Didn't lose it in the car, but yes, I have. It's very difficult.
It's not great sex.
It's not. It's a very difficult thing to do. It's an
You gotta have a
extremely
really big D.
It's like extremely overrated. That's right. Yeah, I don't have the necessary size for some of the more exotic.
Definitely don't have a baby's arm. I'll tell you that right now. You need to be able to switch things around like that. What is that? What do you call one of those cars with the stick? A 6-speed?
It's a manual, Scott. It's a manual.
What's it called? A 5-speed?
If it has 5 gears, yes.
How many?
Otherwise, if it has 6, it would be a 6-speed.
Whatever. It's a number and then the word speed after
It's a
it.
manual
Well,
transmission.
my dick doesn't look like that thing, all right?
Jesus.
Bottom line. Okay. This story dropped today, Jody, and it's very disgusting.
Okay.
Pro wrestler legend, and don't say anything if you read this already. Pro wrestler legend Ric Flair has had sex with several dozen celebrities, but this one's gonna shock you. The only one he named is a beautiful actress, and that old disgusting man banged Holly Berry. Ric Flair, the woo guy,
Shut up! That did not happen. No.
Berry admitted to it in an interview.
No.
This is gonna ruin my life. Are you
No.
kidding? He must have been surrounded by mutant men. Like, what was going on?
That didn't happen.
Wait a second.
No. Yeah, Mike.
How old was he when this took place?
Yeah, how old, Scott? Any idea? Oh, I don't know where Scott is. Alex Jones.
Did we kill him?
I don't know.
Did we kill Scott?
I think Scott might have killed himself. Alex Jones, very, very upset about this.
Folks, we gotta get good people to stand up against these people. Good.
JodyandScottShow.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Jody N. Scott. Facebook, all that stuff. Just Google us, Jody and Scott Show. Everything that you need to find is right there.
God almighty.
What happened to Scott?
I don't know what happened to him. He quit. He left right there. He dropped the mic and took off. Like, I don't know.
Where are the men in this world? What the hell have we
This
become?
Alex Jones guy, I can't
We
get over
just
it.
offer our children up to the system with the fluoride in the water and the GMO hurting them, and we let fat perverts grab them at the airport to train them for the pedophile government.
All right, we'll see you next week. This is crazy. All right, we'll see you next week. Later on.
It's gonna get worse and worse. They love death. They come to kill. They are killing. I'm sorry. The New World Order's gotta be defeated.